What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty World War II, specifically the movement mechanics in Call of Duty World War II, because yesterday we actually got some pretty big information revolving around the movement in the game. But this gameplay you're going to be watching here is of Black Ops 3. Last night I went out and tried to get the AK-74U. I had no such luck, but I did get the HLX, so here's some gameplay of me playing with that. But without further ado, let's talk about Call of Duty World War II. So up until this point, almost all of the information we've had about Call of Duty World War II's multiplayer has been based off of the information we've been given at the Call of Duty World reveal almost a month ago now. And up until this point, whenever someone would ask a question about the multiplayer, the answer would be, wait till E3, you'll get information at E3. Now, E3 happens at the beginning of June, and that's a pretty long time to wait to get any information whatsoever. Now, the things that we were given, the main thing, the big take-home point about the world reveal is Call of Duty World War II is going to be boots on the ground. I think they've said that more times than anything else in the world about Call of Duty World War II. However, there was a lot of questions revolving around other aspects of the movement. Was there going to be a dolphin dive being brought back? Is there going to be the slide? Is there going to be unlimited sprint? Well, today we got the answer to one of those questions, and it has to do with sprinting. So on May 22nd, Marcel Souza asked Michael Condrey simply, unlimited sprint in World War II. Michael Condrey's response was just a solid nope. That's all he said. And he didn't say no, but there will be a perk that does that. He just said nope. So to me, this means there will be no such thing as unlimited sprint in the game whatsoever. There will not be a perk that gives you unlimited sprint. There will be no way to have unlimited sprint. That being said, there may be a perk that gives you a longer sprint time. Now, this kind of concerns me and is kind of a good thing at the same time. So let me explain my thinking behind this. So first of all, why does this concern me? The main reason why this concerns me is because we are used to a very fast-paced Call of Duty game at this point. Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare are all faster-paced Call of Duty games because of the 3D movement mechanics in those games. Simply because of those movement mechanics, the game plays faster. It's plain and simple, just like that. Also, on top of that, in Black Ops 3, one of the best-selling Call of Duty games ever, and one of the most recent Call of Duty games, it has unlimited sprint. Simply saying, we are used to having unlimited sprint. So to go back to the older Call of Duties where you no longer have unlimited sprint and no longer have 3D movement mechanics, that is taking a lot away from the player. And I think a lot of players were assuming, yes, they are removing jetpacks, yes, they are removing wall running, however, maybe they are going to keep unlimited sprinting, and that is not the case. Does this mean it's bad for Call of Duty World War II? Not really. A way to get around this is by good map design. I've said this many times before in videos, but the way to get around movement mechanics is to have good maps based off of those movement mechanics. So for example, Call of Duty is known for being a fast-paced shooter game. It always has been, and to me, it always will be. That's kind of what differentiates Battlefield from Call of Duty. Battlefield has these massive scale battles that are a little bit slower, a little bit more tactical, whereas Call of Duty is more of a run and gun, close quarters, get into gunfights constantly kind of shooter game. At least in my mind, that's how it's separated. And to do this in Call of Duty World War II with limited sprint time, what they're going to have to do is make the maps just a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, and in doing so, they're going to be able to still create that fast-paced action without having unlimited sprint, without having jetpacks, without having wall runs. It's going to be interesting to see how they balance those two things. That's why I'm not too worried about this, but I still think it's a big deal that there will not be unlimited sprinting. And I've seen a couple of videos talking about this subject, and a lot of them are saying, well, yeah, he says there's no unlimited sprinting, but there still might be a perk that does that. I doubt it. Simply with the way he answered the question, just with a hard nope, that kind of means to me there's no way to have unlimited sprinting whatsoever. This does not mean there isn't going to be a perk like extreme conditioning that's going to extend the amount of time it took to sprint. Now, there is one thing I don't want to see in World War II. What I don't want to see is the sprint go back to what it was in Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty World at War. What it was in those games is you could literally take like 10 steps sprinting, and then you'd have to have a cooldown where you'd be out of breath. It was literally like your soldier was a 400-pound man that could only run for 10 steps. It was weird, it didn't feel right, and then they later fixed that in Modern Warfare 2 with extreme conditioning, lightweight, and that kind of of thing, and all of a sudden, that 400-pound soldier all of a sudden felt like a super soldier that could run extremely fast for a longer period of time. And I know a lot of people are going to say World War II is trying to be a realistic game. It's unrealistic for players to be able to sprint for an unlimited period of time. And yes, I agree with that, but you also have to remember you're playing a soldier, someone who's gone through boot camp, who is in extremely good shape. That person is not going to be able to sprint for only 10 steps. They're going to probably be able to sprint across an entire map. Yes, you shouldn't have unlimited sprint, but you're playing a soldier, someone who's incredibly fit. They're going to be able to sprint for a pretty long period of time. If they are going for realisticness, that's what I'd like to see. Now finally, why is this a good thing for the game? Now personally, I would have liked to see unlimited sprinting, but the problem that unlimited sprinting causes is it makes create a class a little bit stale. Back in Modern Warfare 2, like I was talking about, when you had lightweight and extreme conditioning, you could create a class completely based off of being a run and gun player. You were a player that could run fast and get across the maps and be a run and gun player. Now in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, if you go through my classes and look at them, the perks on all of my classes are almost exactly the same. You got your dead silence, you got your ghost, maybe you got your blast shield based on what game mode you're playing, but none of my classes really change, at least perk wise. And back in older Call of Duty games like Modern Warfare 2 or even Black Ops 2, based on the movement mechanics, you kind of needed to have different types of classes for different types of guns, and now in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare with the unlimited sprint, that's not really needed, and because of that, the create a class system is getting a little bit stale. So I have a feeling that with removing unlimited sprint, they are trying to make it so there's more variation in create a class, and that I definitely like. It makes it more interesting as a player and more interesting as a content creator for me to have a bunch of different types of classes for different maps, for different play styles, and that I really like to see. So just as a summary, there will be no unlimited sprint in Call of Duty World War II. However, what I'm looking to see is that the sprint isn't a small amount. You're not going to only be able to take 10 steps and stop running. I hope there is still a pretty good sprint distance in the game. On top of that, there still could be perks based on movement mechanics like lightweight and extreme conditioning to speed up your running and make it so you can run a little bit longer. And that, I'm really interested to see how it plays out. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you kind of bummed out that there's no unlimited sprinting? Would you like to see some? And on top of that, what do you expect to see out of the sliding / dolphin diving mechanic? Do you expect that that's going to be there? Personally, I believe that there's going to be a slide mechanic like there is in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, but only time will tell about that. But guys, like I said, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it would be greatly appreciated if you could hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel and like what you see here and want to stay up to date on that Call of Duty World War II news, the best way to do so is by hitting that subscribe button, because I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.